Let's talk about more earnings coming in. Amit Raj Sinha, MD and CEO of Sigachi Industries, is now joining us to talk more about numbers. Amit, afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. Just looking at your numbers, you have maintained a very steady state margin trajectory for almost 5 years now, around 20%, 19, 20 thereabout. And your profit is higher by 18%, revenues 13%. I was looking at the application of the area of pharma where you are in, crystalline cellulose. I mean, the recipient industries themselves were slightly mixed. Pharma was doing well, food consumption was doing kind of softish. Do you think things will start improving a hell lot from here on next 2-3 quarters, and hence your revenue growth actually will be faster than the 13% odd you have posted this time?
So what we have seen historically is that Q1 figures have always been on the lower side. So after the Q4, there has been an historical slump over the last 5-7 years. And Q2 onwards, it picks up primarily on account of the increase in the market consumption of a certain set of medicines during the monsoons. So I believe we should get better in the Q2.
You're expecting some sort of improvement to come by from Q2 onwards, but help us understand what your stated guidance is for FY25 in terms of revenue, because I do remember you talked about API segment reaching 25% EBITDA margin. The capacity utilization also was expected to jump up. FY25, what kind of revenue should we expect from you?
So for the API segment, reaching 25% EBIT margin was more of a forward-looking statement because, we would have to have regulatory approvals in place. We have already filed 3 CEP applications with the European Directorate of Quality and Medicine. More are underway. So once these approvals come in, regulated market would be our focus. But till then, domestic and the ROW market continue to be our focus in the API segment. However, if you look at the main core product of microcrystalline cellulose, we continue to be focusing in our leadership across the US, Europe, Australian, and the UK markets.
So on a bigger scale beyond the 1 year, what are the other growth levers are you pressing? Are you looking for new geographies? Are you looking for more business with your existing clients?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, on this account, I would tell that our biggest, strongest growth lever is going to be in the Middle East. I'm sure you would have heard about the 2 joint ventures we have had, one in the Saudi and one in the GCC region in Abu Dhabi. So in these joint ventures, we believe penetrating deeper and connecting with our customers in the operation and management and in our core area of excipients and APIs would really propel our growth ahead.
Actually achieved a 3-time growth in revenue and PAT in the last 4-5 years. Are you looking at via transactions and tie-ups such as these, looking at accelerating that growth, say 30%, 30 odd percent, or you would maintain that at least?
So I would say that that's always the focus, to give back the best to our stakeholders. However, we need to balance out the rapid growth with the selection of the right partners. And I believe in the Middle East, that is what we have done.
Okay, so that point is taken. Your core business has more than doubled in the last 5 years. MCC revenue has been 2.5x. You're talking about value-added products as well, the average realization for which is expected to improve. Talk to us about the overall outlook here in terms of how it's expected to grow from here on. Can you maintain the growth rate? Is it going to be better than that? And what could be the other levers? Because you talked about some capacity addition also happening.
Yes, absolutely. So we have had a 60% increase in our capacity, which got commissioned in the Q1. So just a couple of months back. So over the next 3 to 4 quarters, we should see a reasonable level of capacity being consumed and all that sales figure coming onto the balance sheet. That's one growth lever. The second growth lever is we are looking to diversify a portfolio in the excipients line. And towards this, we have been sending out certain feelers to our customers. Probably another week or 10 days, we should come out with a press release on this regard, which will be a complementary product to our current portfolio of excipients. These 2 in the short term should propel us in our growth in the current financial year and, of course, going ahead.
On that note, we'll let you go. Thanks so much for making time and speaking with ET. So that's the view coming in. Middle East remains a very strong growth area. The capacity utilization is expected to pick up, and overall things are looking up for Sigachi Industries.